Hi everyone, welcome to lockdown lesson number 13, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to actually see you in the classroom. So today what we're going to do is we are going to revisit our Froggy Orchestra cards. Can you see here? So we've got a Froggy playing the violin, and a Froggy playing the saxophone, and a Froggy playing the French horn. And I wonder if you can remember, thinking back to our lesson number 2, what families of instruments these particular instruments belong to. Do you remember there were 4 separate families in the orchestra? I wonder if you can remember which one the violin belongs to. Yeah, hopefully you got strings. Yeah, it belongs to the strings family. And the saxophone, a little bit tricky this one because it does look brassy, so you would think it belongs to the brass family, but it's not. It belongs to the woodwind family. And this is because in the mouthpiece of the saxophone is something called a reed. And I've just printed off a little picture. It looks like a bit of, it's a hollowed out bit of a plant. A reed grows near the water, and it's hollowed out because the musician actually blows through it. He puts it in the mouthpiece of the saxophone and blows through it. And because it's a bit wooden, then the instrument, the saxophone, belongs to the woodwind family. And I wonder if you can remember which family of instruments the French horn belongs to. Yeah, that's an easy one, isn't it? It's the brass. It definitely is a brass instrument, nice and shiny and golden. Okay, so this is a fun little warm-up exercise to warm up your voices. And the words that we're singing when we look at the violin picture are: the violin sings with joyful ring. Can we repeat that? The violin sings with joyful ring. Okay, and we're going to put a little tune to that. It's a little bit tricky because we have to go quite high, like a violin. So I'll just give you the notes for it. Okay, just listen carefully and then I'll ask you to repeat it, okay? The violin sings with joyful ring. Okay, can we repeat that? The violin sings with joyful ring. Okay, so we're going to actually sing that twice, okay? The melody actually is a little bit different the second time we sing it. I'll just show you what I mean. Okay. The violin sings with joyful ring. The violin sings with joyful ring. So we don't go up when we come to the end, we just stay on the same note. I'll sing that again for you because it's a little bit tricky. Okay, ready? And the violin sings with joyful ring. The violin sings with joyful ring. Okay, how did you manage that? Luckily, the tune we're going to sing to the saxophone and to the horn are not that complicated. So now we're going to go to the saxophone. Okay. All right. So the words are the saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. Okay, all right, ready? The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. Now can you see I've put one of the doodles in brackets because the first time we sing it, we sing, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 doodles, and the second time we sing it, we miss out one of the doodles. I'll just show you that again. The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. So did you see we sang doodle, the word doodle 4 times the first time and only 3 times the second time. I'll go through that again for you. Ready? And the saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. Okay, so that's, the violin was very high, joyful ring, yes, and the saxophone is kind of mid-range instrument. So now we're going to go to the horn, and that's quite low, okay? And so the words are the horn, it sounds so forlorn. And forlorn is just another word for sad. So maybe we can have a sad expression on our faces when we sing this. I'll just play you the melody. It goes quite low. I hope you can manage it. Okay. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. Okay, I'll just play you that again, just in case you didn't get it. All right. And the horn, it sounds so forlorn. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. I hope you managed to get that low. So if you, let's go through it all the way through now, violin, saxophone and horn. If you like, in the classroom, you might want to actually pretend that you're playing the instruments. For example, if you're singing about the violin, you actually do this action, yes? So as if you're playing the violin. So it would be, the violin sings with joyful ring. The violin sings with joyful ring. And now we're playing the saxophone, okay? The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle, 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 do. And now the horn, so the horn is quite a big thing, so we're going to have to like hold it under one arm and also blow into it. So we're going to go, the horn, it sounds so forlorn. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. Okay, so let's do that all the way through now. You can pretend to play on the instruments if you like, starting with the violin. Okay, ready, and the violin sings with joyful ring. The violin sings with joyful ring. The saxophone goes doodle 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle 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 do. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. Okay, so this is actually a song that can be sung as a round. That means that you can be divided into groups. The first group can start off with the violin sings, and when that group finishes there and goes on to the saxophone, then the next group can start the violin. So we kind of layer the instruments over each other. So I don't know if the adult in your class would like to do that, or if not, we'll just sing the song all the way through. Okay, so I'll leave that entirely up to the adults in your classroom. We're going to sing it one more time, and you can sing it as a round if you like. If not, just sing it along with me. Okay, ready? And the violin sings with joyful ring. The violin sings with joyful ring. The saxophone goes doodle 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 do. The saxophone goes doodle 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 do. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. The horn, it sounds so forlorn. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you for lesson number 14.